Hello, this is Ryan Ellis, and I am the greatest living street photographer in all of Detroit. I am the second greatest street photographer in the history of Detroit, and I'm coming to you today live from here in Greektown, Detroit, Michigan. Walking down Monroe Street here. This is the heart of Greektown, and just further up ahead from where I'm walking down this street, which is blocked off because of all this renovation construction that's going on. They're investing $40 million to make this more of a walking area than a driving area, which I think is a mistake. What do I know? It only doesn't work in every city it's ever done. At least it'll look pretty. This is a motor city. You're supposed to have cars, not people. Which the irony is, in Michigan, cars have the right of way, not people. Even though the law is people have the right of way, the joke is this is a motor city. Cars rule the roost here. This is a $40 million renovation project here in Greektown, and right here is where Donald Son Anderson's tape stand is. He's the one who told me about this project. And that also right there in 2021, June of 2021, the 21st, I believe, that is where I met Lee Kennedy. I was walking down Monroe Street. I was having a horrible, horrible day. Very, very bad day. I was ready to hang it all up. And Son Anderson called me over. Hey, Ryan, come over here. Let me introduce you to somebody. He introduced me to Lee Kennedy. Lee almost immediately said, hey, I want you to make a documentary about my life. I said, I'd love that. I never looked back. Before I came here today, I visited with Lee for a few hours, drove around the city. He's my best friend. I literally met my best friend, Lee Kennedy, because, well, it's a long story. I need to write a book about it. It's a crazy story. So this place is near and dear to my heart. Just further down the street, Monroe Street, which is like the main thoroughfare of Greektown, is the address 54 Monroe. That is where from 1959 until 1984, Lee's Monroe music stood for 25 golden years in the city of Detroit. Now that I've given the obligatory Lee Kennedy history lesson, let me talk about what I'm doing today. This is, I believe, a 1974, maybe 1975 Nikkor 43-86 f3.5 zoom lens. It's a push-pull zoom right there. There's the push, or there's the pull, there's the push. Oh, that's, who's that artist? Camillo Pardo. There's a Camillo Pardo, that same, I love this artist. They do these classic cars. A lot of times one of their motifs. There's a Camillo Pardo mural in Eastern Market that if it was sold at auction, because it covers the whole side of a building, would go for about $250,000. Yes, $250,000. And so I wonder, that Camillo Pardo mural probably would go for $100,000. I don't know. It'd be a pretty penny is the point. But back to the matter at hand. 43-86. This is the original zoom lens that Nikon made. I guess maybe technically they might have made one before this that was like super rare and just for professionals, and maybe like 100 were made. But this is, for all intents and purposes, the first zoom lens, like mass market, that Nikon made. This particular one is from 1974. Maybe they started making them in the 60s, early 60s. I made a vlog about the same lens the last time, a couple weeks ago, and I kind of laughed. I was working on 3 different videos at the same time. I'm inspired by Jean-Michel Basquiat with his process of working on his pieces in batches. A little bit on this one, a little bit on that one, a little bit on that one. And so I've taken that and put it into my art, and I do things, kind of a bunch of projects at the same time. That way I can pull a little bit from each project and put it in the other project, especially if they're distinct from one another, and come out on the other side with a more well-rounded final product. I was in such a rush to get out 3 videos that my vlog video, I hastily released it. I kind of laughed. The video ends so abruptly. I thought that was spooky for a second. The most famous homeless man in Detroit is a gentleman goes by the name Spooky. So abruptly, I kind of took it as a joke and hope other people laugh at it, see the humor in it. It's just like, Spooky, he's the most famous homeless man in all of Detroit. Poof, it ends. I just thought there's something funny about how unexpected that was. Today is a make good because of that. Last time it was cold. This day it's cold too. And I didn't mention it before, so I'll mention it today. There is lubricating oil in this lens for the focusing and for the zoom. And because it's so cold out, it stiffens that oil and therefore makes it harder to, in the moment, get the shot. So that's something to consider when using a lens like this in such weather as this. My goal today is to take 5 street portraits with this lens. Very humble goal, so let's see if I can do it. I'm gonna take this lady's picture. New Year, or the holiday.
Okay, just like this?
Yes, ma'am. If you have to go, I'll walk with you. Oh, wait, here,
No.
you have to walk? Okay, here.
I'm not really in a rush.
Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to get my... I'm shooting manual here, so this is
In film or digital?
digital. This is the first zoom lens Nikon ever made, so it's a little unwieldy.
Cool.
Oof. Are you a photographer, ma'am?
I shoot film.
Oh, very nice. Well,
Yeah.
hey, I like your houndstooth. You got good style. The more I see about you. But here, I'm trying to get my exposure. I'm shooting manual here. Wait.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh wait, is it because my battery's dead? What's wrong here?
You're
Right.
connecting with someone.
Yeah. Well, here, let me get the shot. Wait. Oh, we're in business. Okay, sorry. Try to zoom. This is so unwieldy. Oh, there we go. Ooh, I like that. Well, there. That's 1 picture down, 4 to go. Very quick start of the day. I'm gonna take a picture of this gentleman. Okay. Thank you so much. This is the original zoom lens that Nikon ever made. The historic lens. I'll take another. Let you see. Oh wait, zoomed out. Wait. Well, you look good. That's all that matters. God bless you guys. Bless you. Yes. Take care. All right. There's the second picture of the day, and 3 more to go. Hopefully it'll be quick. I'm gonna take this gentleman's picture. Did I get it after dark? Oh, I got it. Oh, why does it zoom in like that? 3 pictures down, 2 portraits to go. Quick day. I'm headed over to Blick, the art store, to get some painting aprons for my little niece and nephew so they don't get paint all over them when they paint. I just try to take some shots with this lens as I was walking, and the aperture froze. But I got it to open up again. Wait, can I show it here? But that froze for a second there. I think it's because it's so cold out. It's 33 degrees, but I was trying to stop down the shot. So that's why I like a manual lens. You know, I've dropped an autofocus lens and then the aperture control doesn't work or the autofocus doesn't work. You can drop this, it'll just get dented or cracked. You know, it cracked at worst. But yeah, I love me a manual lens. I get to say some fun words even though I'm a little disappointed in saying them. Dear Dick Blick. No, it's just silly because I just came back from Blick Art Store and their website is dickblick.com, which presumably that implies that I assume person that owns the art store is named Dick Blick or Richard Blick. And I just wanted to put an open statement out to Mr. Blick himself and say, I just came back from their store, great customer service, terrible prices, but you know, it's the city markup to be expected. We're in a major city, everything's more expensive here. I have a little niece and nephew, I wanted to get aprons. I saw them last time I was there. They had aprons for kids to paint. I never saw the price, I just saw the item itself, and it was in a bag, so I didn't see what it looks like. And so I went there today to actually see it, and fortunately there was a worker there, and he kindly showed me what one looked like. There was a display model at the end of the aisle, and it's a little tiny piece of cloth for $9. And I joked to another one of the workers, I said, I can go to the thrift shop, get 2 old beat up shirts for under $9 probably, and just let those get covered in paint. That way there'll actually be a sleeve. It's just not just like a tiny scant apron for $9. The whole point is you don't want to get paint on you while you're painting. Dick Blick can do better. I actually told the lady as I was leaving, I said, you should make your own. She said, it could be a smock. I said, there you go, you should make your own and sell it to Dick Blick and say, I want a cut of every one that's sold because it's my invention. I said, but I'm giving it to you for free, ma'am. You should do it yourself. Because I told her, I said, would you please pass it on to corporate that there's a dire need. If you know, they have a whole kids art section, And kids, they're messy. Have a kid's smock to let them not get all the paint on their clothes. Things are expensive now. So I just took a few test shots trying to stop down this lens after I noticed it wouldn't stop down properly. The lens will stop down. I can take it off the thing. I could see the aperture narrowing. But when I actually take the picture, I'm shooting in manual mode. There's no difference between aperture settings, meaning when the actual picture is taken, it just goes right to wide open instead of any stop down setting, which is troublesome. This is a used lens, obviously, made in 1974, and I'm born way after that. So perhaps this issue existed with a previous owner, or it's a very cold day today. It's freezing out, like 33 degrees Fahrenheit. So maybe the freezing temperature somehow is affecting the mechanical function of this lens. I still say vintage is better than modern. I'm here with
What's up, Will? Plugged in, Will?
with Will at Plugged In. I'm walking by and he caught me and he's gonna show me the store. So let's go check it out.
Let's go.
We're checking out Plugged In, Will's store.
Plugged in Detroit, man.
Plugged In Detroit. Now, what is it you sell? Apparel here.
Yeah, so we have a brand. It's called Plugged In Collection. It represents plugging into your energy, your access, and network. So the Plugged In brand, it represents the heart of Detroit, but it's to the world, man. So go check it out.
Do you design this yourself? You have a team?
Me and my team design everything. This brand has been alive for more than 15 to 20 years, and we're still going strong.
I'm gonna ask you some more questions too. Just gonna get a shot of walking around very quickly. Just walking around. So I get the Plugged In Detroit. So here I'm gonna take a shot of him. I get it. There we go. And now I'm gonna get up close, just you. And then, oh yeah, in front, let's just do it all. I'm here every week. We can do this more often.
Please.
I'm always using different lenses. Like I said, this is the original zoom lens that Nikon. I like using historic lenses. You know, like has like a cool story behind it. Oh, I love it. Yeah. You know what? Maybe every week as I walk by, I'll stop and get my weekly shot of you. It would be like a tradition. Just looks nice. Okay, I'm gonna up my ISO here. I'm the two-handed photographer. I've got one. I'm videoing while I'm shooting. I'm multi-talent because I vlog, you know.
I love it, man. Please, man. I'll give
And then let me ask you a couple questions. Okay, so are you born in? So again, what is your name again, sir?
My name is Will Willingham. They call me Plugged In Will. I represent the brand Plugged In Collection. Born and raised in Detroit. Howard University graduate.
Wow,
Washington,
historic
DC.
Black university.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So, man, I've been representing the history of Detroit ever since I was born and the culture of Detroit. And this was one of my contributions to the Detroit culture.
Howard University is the #1 black school in America. That and Spelman. I think yeah.
Baby, 182, yes.
And so you're born and raised here in Detroit.
Yes.
And you went to the top school, but you came back to Detroit.
Yeah, man,
Why did you choose? You could have gone anywhere in the world, in the country. Why Detroit?
So I've lived in other places.
You have?
I've lived in Las Vegas. I've lived in New York, man. But there's nothing like Detroit, man. And just seeing the resurgence and seeing the world catch on to what I already knew, that we were the coolest people on earth. You know what I mean? Like, and that we had the coolest culture. And you're seeing even in the hip-hop culture and the fashion culture, and we're making statements in every single genre of any type of work. So, man, just excited to see what the future is for Detroit, man, and just know, man, you got to be plugged in, man. It's about your energy, your access, and your network.
What you got cooking? Like, what's like a recent design or a popular design?
Popular because our Pistons are on fire. We always pay homage to the different sports teams. But this is an exclusive piece, man.
Exclusive?
Yeah, so definitely, man. So you have the plug, you have the shout out to the Pistons, the Plugged In Collection. And then,
I love the bad boys.
Man, come on, man. And it's plugged in with the cord. Come on, man, you can't beat that. And also, man, this is a very popular piece for us as well. Simple Detroit 313.
Yes.
But we letting them know you can't tell me shit about my city. So that's what it's all about. And so yeah, the culture, man, and we tapped into it, and we're gonna keep doing it, and gonna keep fighting, man. We gotta clean the store up a little bit right now. But
work in progress.
Appreciate you guys, man, for tuning in and for coming in. And I caught my man walking down the street, and I thought it was a great idea for us to conversate.
People might be around the world.
Yeah.
They'd love to come to Detroit. Maybe
Please.
they can't right this moment.
Yes.
How do they find you online? How do they support you?
PluggedInCollection.com. On Instagram, Plugged In Collection. I'm Plugged In Will on Instagram. Will Willingham on Facebook. Plugged In Collection on Facebook. You can't not see us, man.
And if you don't mind, where did the name come from, Plugged In?
Man, so, I always wanted to figure out how to implement myself into the right rooms and the right energy, and having the right conversations. And it's a small line between that. Sometimes you got to know somebody. Sometimes you have to plug yourself. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we have a foundation as well, an educational piece called
Wow.
Plug Yourself. Yes, so check out plugyourself.org. We have a curriculum that we've created to create the next future wave of entrepreneurs and inspire the youth. And we have Plugged In Foundation as well. So check out plugyourself.org. You can hear more about what we're doing. We also have Plugged In Agency, where we help other artists develop their merch and design their merch and get it out to the world, and manufacture as well. So please tap in, man. We're doing a lot in the city and beyond. But we're always representing the heart of Detroit.
God bless. As we close, wisdom for the folks at home. You're a Howard graduate, you're successful, you made good, local man made good. Any wisdom, advice for the people watching at home?
Keep God first, keep striving, don't quit, don't get knocked off your square. It's going to get harder way before it gets easier. Just weather the storm, and like I said, keep your faith and keep your relationship with God good, and keep your name good, man. And that's what's up, relationships. So I love, man. Keep your heart in the right place.
Amen. Thank you, Will. God bless you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, brother.
Yes,
I
sir.
appreciate you. I'll give you my card.
Yes, sir.
That way you'll have that.
All right. Leaving Will right now. Got a couple of cards from him, and I might be doing some collaboration. Oh, whoops, the mic's up here. I just left Will's place. That guy's name's Will. And I might be collaborating with him soon. So I count that as 4 down, 1 to go, only 1 more picture, and then I could go home and be free. So I hope I get my 5th and final shot quickly. You know, it's strange. Sometimes I think I have a resting mean face, which most people don't like, and I suppose I don't like it as well. But for the purposes of walking around crazy, dangerous, deadly Detroit, it plays, I would think, to my advantage to have a resting mean face, because maybe people won't want to mess with me. Well, maybe that's not true after all, because if you've watched several of my photo vlogs, I'll just be walking, talking into the camera, and then people will just interrupt what I'm doing and pull me into their life situation. There must be something approachable, not you know, I can't really put my finger on it, but about the way I carry myself. So praise the Lord, you know, take what you can get and use it to the best. I'm gonna take these people's pictures. I'm using the original zoom lens that Nikon made. Wait, is it good? One more. Right. Love that jacket. What is that jacket made out of, sir?
Mink.
I believe it. It looks real nice. And here, yes, sir?
It's from Detroit.
There it is. I just photographed that guy had a mink coat on. Mink. Okay, I'm gonna put right here, I'll Google what a comparable coat would cost to the one that he had on. A mink coat. We're living in a time of decadence, you know, a gilded age, you know. Well, sadly, not gilded enough, because we no longer have a precious metal backed currency. It's all vanity of vanities, resting firmly in thin air. That's our entire monetary system. That was 5 shots in I don't know how much time, but not too much time. Maybe a couple hours. This lens, let me just say, using it in the cold The oil stiffens, the lubricating oil for the push-pull zoom and for the left and right radially turned focus. So bear that in mind. Also, it appears, this is a manual aperture lens, that the aperture got stuck on this lens. So I've had to shoot wide open all day at 3.5. I've been stuck at that aperture. Everything has its strength and its weakness. I recommend getting the NIKKOR 43-86. It's a fine street photography lens because that zoom, I always shoot prime, but to shoot with this zoom is nice because I don't have to move my feet. I could just plant my feet somewhere and then point in a bunch of different directions, change my zoom, and then from one solitary spot get several compositions as opposed to only one composition per spot on average. So there is an advantage to using a zoom lens. You can reach more shots, but you start to lose quality in optics. The focus is not as crisp on this lens compared to a prime lens. There might be other aberrations and also loss of light due to the extra bits within this apparatus to allow it to not just be a lens at one focal length, but at multiple focal lengths. Again, this is the original zoom lens by Nikon, so also the technology itself of this lens is not as up to date. Certainly, this is original. You gotta start somewhere, and this is where Nikon started. And so for better or worse, this is what they made, which I think for their first try is an excellent lens. Again, I'd recommend it. Get this yourself. Sorry, as a sketchy guy just crossed the street. I had to cross the street to be away from him because I don't trust that dude. Okay, I'm watching to see if this guy crosses the street. This guy's been following me. Is he gonna cross the street and follow me? Am I gonna be followed by a sketchy dude? Okay, not yet. Oh, this guy's following me now. I got a guy following me over here. You'll forgive me, but I'm a little distracted because this guy right here, he's crossing the street again. I'm being followed by somebody. If Detroit was homogenous, I wouldn't have to run from sketchy people who keep crossing the street when I cross the street, and they cross the street. Then I cross it again, they cross it again. And it becomes like a cat and mouse game. I've been chased too many times in this city. So on that happy note, I will pray for America. Please pray for me. Be the change you wish to see in the world and run for local elected office. And Christians, become your local Sunday school teacher. Have a nice day. Au revoir.